Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. It's going to be my WWE pay-per-view predictions for Hell in a Cell 2016, the Raw pay-per-view. And it looks like it's going to be a good card. There's a lot of good matches. Storyline wise, it's, in my opinion, it's been nothing special. As usual with WWE. But looking at the card, I think there could be some really good matches. The Hell in a Cell matches, I think 2 out of 3 will be really good. I don't think Roman Reigns' one with Rusev will be that great, to be honest. But it might end up surprising, but I think the other 2 will be really good. So anyway guys, let's get on with the prediction, shall we? So we've got a kickoff match. Now that's what I say, put my hands up. I don't really care too much about the Cruiserweight division, to be honest. I like TJ Perkins, I like Brian Kendrick. That's about it. When it comes to Cruiserweights. Okay, so the kickoff match is a 6-man tag between Cedric Alexander, Owens and Sin Cara, taking on Tony Ness, Drew Gulak and Arya Daivari. Again, I don't really say I've not really been into the Cruiserweight division, so I don't really know any of these guys apart from Sin Cara. So yeah, I'm just going to say Sin Cara's team, for no apparent reason, just because, I just know one of the guys that's in the team, basically. So yeah, Cedric Alexander, Owens Dorado and Sin Cara will win, I think. I don't really care who wins, to be honest, because I've not really been that into it. And yeah, I won't be bothered with the kickoff show. Next match we've got is Bayley taking on Dana Brooke. I think they'll probably give Bayley the win. I don't really see Dana Brooke really doing much. I don't think she's great in the ring or anything. I don't like Bayley. I think Bayley's really good in the ring. She's got a likeable personality and character. So yeah, prediction wise, I was going to say I think Bayley will win. I think she needs to win more than Dana Brooke. And yeah, I'm pulling for Bayley as well. Next match we have is Enzo and Cass taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I don't know, I think it'll be a decent tag match. I don't think it'll be anything mind blowing. I think the winner of this might be like the #1 contender for the tag team titles or something maybe. So I don't know, I don't really see them doing much with the club, and I don't really see them doing much with Enzo and Cass. So I'm kinda at a stalemate. Who do I think could benefit more? The club maybe? I really don't know, guys. I want the club to win, but I like Enzo and Cass as well, but I'm a big fan of the club. So I'm going to say the club to win. So yeah, the club will win, I think. But like I said, I don't really, it's difficult in the predict, so I don't really see WWE doing much with either tag team in my opinion. They're just built up so poorly, so yeah, the club will win, I think. Next we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match between the Raw Tag Team Champions The New Day taking on Cesaro and Sheamus. The Cesaro and Sheamus tag team is, in my opinion, pretty decent. It's a weird one. I was getting so sick of the rivalry between the two of them. It was getting so boring. The best of 7 or whatever it was so bloody boring in my opinion. They had a few decent matches, but overall I think it just got really boring. As a tag team, I think they've been, quite decent. WWE's got a habit of putting strange superstars together and actually creating, a decent tag team. Look what SmackDown have done with Heath Slater and Rhino. I think they're a really entertaining tag team. But yeah, I keep saying, the New Day, they need to lose the titles, need to give it to somebody else, because the New Day, in my opinion, are getting stale. I think they could, have another team win the titles and really push them, but no, just stick the title in the New Day for so bloody long. It's just getting so boring. I know people still like the New Day. For me, it's getting old, and them having the tag team titles for so long, in my opinion, is starting to get a bit boring. So I don't think they're going to lose though. I don't think Sheamus and Cesaro will beat the New Day for the tag team titles. I don't even know how long Cesaro and Sheamus will last as a tag team, so yeah, I don't think, since the New Day's had the titles for so long, I don't really see them losing it to, a strange team like Cesaro and Sheamus. So prediction wise, I'm going to go to the New Day. I'm going to be supporting Cesaro and Sheamus, but yeah, I think the New Day will win. Next we have is the WWE Cruiserweight Championship between the Cruiserweight Champion TJ Perkins taking on Brian Kendrick. I think TJ Perkins is pretty decent. He's good in the ring. He's got a decent enough character. Brian Kendrick, for me, I'm a big fan of Brian Kendrick. Always, liked him when he was the Brian Kendrick. I think he's a lot better as, a bad guy, a heel. So yeah, I'm really happy that Brian Kendrick's back in WWE. I kind of like what he's been doing. Do I see him winning the Cruiserweight title? No. I think TJ Perkins, he hasn't had the title long enough, and it's a new title. I don't think they're going to be, making him lose it already. Prediction wise, going to go TJ Perkins, but I'm going to be supporting Brian Kendrick. Next, we have the first of 3 Hell in a Cell matches. For me, this is the weakest one. It is the United States Championship match for United States Champion Roman Reigns taking on Rusev. I'm just getting a bit sick of this rivalry. I mean, I've not really been that interested in the previous matches between these two. I'm just getting fed up of seeing them. So yeah, I just think Roman Reigns will win this match, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be the end of this rivalry. Roman Reigns can go on somebody else, and yeah, just put this rivalry to rest. It's getting really boring in my opinion. So yeah, not looking forward to this one at all. But yeah, Roman Reigns to win. I prefer Rusev, but like I say, if Rusev wins, the storyline's just going to go on, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to have to want Roman Reigns to win just to put this rivalry to bed. And yeah, Roman Reigns can move on to something different because this is getting boring. So yeah, Roman Reigns to win. Next match we have is the WWE Universal Championship match between the WWE Universal Champion Kevin Owens taking on Seth Rollins. This is the second Hell in a Cell match. For me, this has the potential to be the best match of the night. These two can really, put on a good show basically. I think this should be the main event. There's been rumours of the women's title. The women's Hell in a Cell match will be the main event, which is, to be honest, quite surprising. I'm not, up against it. I mean, they're trying to make women just as, as important as the male superstars, basically. I know a lot of people are saying, that, obviously the world title, the male, world title should be the main event, which, in some sense, could be true. But I think having the women as the main event, it makes it a bit different. It gives it. It gives it a bit of, a difference, basically, So, yeah, I'm, satisfied with that. I don't really have any, problem with that, to be honest. But anyway, guys, yeah, we have the Universal Championship. Again, the same reason as TJ Perkins. A new title. I don't think Kevin Owens is going to lose it already. I've got a weird feeling Triple H will interfere in this match. He'll be under the ring somehow. Maybe the lights will go out and, Triple H will be in the ring with, to hit Seth Rollins with a pedigree. I definitely see somebody getting involved, whether it be Triple H or somebody else. It's more, it's probably going to be Triple H. That's probably the more obvious choice. So yeah, I'm going to say Kevin Owens wins by interference. Triple H will come in and end up costing Seth Rollins the match. So yeah, I'm going to go Kevin Owens to retain. And yep, supporting Kevin Owens as well. I really like Seth Rollins, but yeah, I'm just a huge Kevin Owens fan. So yeah, Kevin Owens I'm going to be pulling for, and yeah, I think he'll get the victory. And the last match we have is the Raw Women's Championship match between the Raw Women's Champion Sasha Banks taking on Charlotte in the last Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, I think they need to keep the title in Sasha. I don't really think the title is going to look that good if they keep swapping it between Sasha Banks and Charlotte over and over and over again. So yeah, like I said before as well, Charlotte was getting a bit boring with the title, so yeah, I think they'll keep it on Sasha Banks. I don't really see the reason why she would lose it again, just to have this feud go on even longer. I think they should end it here. Sasha Banks maybe go on to facing Nia Jax maybe, or Bayley, one or two. I'm not sure how it would work with Bayley being, both being, faces. So I think maybe the most obvious choice would maybe be Sasha Banks taking on Nia Jax, like the monster heel in Nia Jax. So yeah, I'm going to say Sasha Banks to win. I think these two will put on a really good match. They do have a reputation for putting on good matches, so I do think it'll be a good match, and I think Sasha Banks will end up retaining the title. And again, hoping it's going to be the end of the feud, because I'm getting a bit sick of seeing these two as well. So yeah, they should make this the final match. It's a big match. It's a Hell in a Cell. You know, it's a big match. So I do think Sasha Banks should win this and put this rivalry to bed. So I'm going to say Sasha Banks to win, and definitely pull for Sasha Banks as well. So that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is my WWE pay-per-view predictions. Let me know if you're looking forward to any of these matches, who you think is going to win some of these matches. And there could be a few other matches, you never know, thrown in. Nia Jax could have a squash match. Braun Strowman could have a squash match. You never know. So guys, yep, thanks for watching. This has been my Hell in a Cell predictions, and yep, catch you all in the next video. And as always, guys, enjoy the show, because I think it could be quite decent. Fingers crossed.